Welcome everyone to our National Grid Strand offices. It's great to have so many of you here. It does go to show the huge amount of interest that we're seeing in infrastructure at the moment.
What's this about today? It's all about infrastructure and the role of listed infrastructure in an infrastructure allocation.
We will need to deliver at least 5 times more infrastructure in the next 7 or 8 years than we've delivered in the last 30.
Today's event was a great opportunity to partner with GLIO to talk about the huge investment opportunities that there are in energy infrastructure. To me, it's clear that delivering the energy transition and providing secure and affordable energy can only be done by accelerating investment. And so for us, it's been a great opportunity to showcase the visible growth that National Grid has, but also in the wider energy sector.
It was a super event today. We had a fantastic panel speakers, fantastic topics. We talked about allocations to global listed infrastructure as part of an overall infrastructure allocation. We talked about essential issues on ESG. We tried to make it as active as possible and interactive as possible, and I think the audience loved it.
You've got real experts, covering a sort of a dedicated series of topics, from John and the National Grid guys all the way through to the ESG panel was very relevant.
National Grid is one of the world's largest regulated utilities, and I think it's really important for investors to get the opportunity to talk to a CEO one-on-one. People in the room found it very, very useful.
There's really very good and meaningful data that's coming through around the performance of the asset class and also around the ESG metrics as well, and just how the bar has really been risen as far as measuring the ESG capabilities of managers and the underlying stocks, and the quality of information that's there and available to investors to assess.
So what's just really nice is to actually come together and talk a little bit more off the cuff. I think people they relax a bit, they're a bit more honest, they're able to share more insightful views than would otherwise be the case with sort of curated video conference type setups. But pleasingly today it was packed. And I think that's reflective of the environment we're in. The demand for listed infrastructure has never been higher. The time to invest in infrastructure is now.
I think if I used 3 words to describe today's event, it would be engaging,
Targeted, insightful.
And then the third one I'd probably say is diversity of voices and opinions, and that's really refreshing to see.